If you are looking for some easy weeknight dinner inspiration, well, you are in the right place. Welcome to today's What's for Dinner video, guys. My name is Jennifer, and this is Southern Mama Drama. The wait is over. Let's go. Let's get it cooking. First up is lazy meatball subs, and I got this from Luke on TikTok. I'll link it down below. First off, you're going to start with a bag of home-style meatballs and a jar. That's a jar of marinara sauce. Go ahead and throw that on the stove and let that get warming up together. We're going to throw a box of garlic toast in the oven and cook it according to the package instructions. Once those are done, we're going to pull them out, and we're going to take a spoon and we're going to make, I guess, like a bowl situation here for our meatballs to sit in. To each of the pieces of bread, we're going to add some meatballs. Add however many you like. 3 seem to be the perfect number for me. If you enjoy What's for Dinner videos, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that red button down below now. Make sure you hit all on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. After adding all the meatballs, I went back and took what was left of the marinara sauce in my pot there and added it to the top. Up next, I'm going to add a slice of a provolone to the top of each of my little sandwiches. And we're going to place these back in the oven for just a couple of minutes and let the cheese melt. And it's all done. Was that not easy? Do those not look absolutely scrumptious? My family loved these. It was so good, so super tasty. I ended up serving this with corn on the cob and green beans. Tonight for dinner is cheesy chicken croissant roll-ups. So far, I have cooked 3 chicken breasts in my Instant Pot with water and some Better Than bouillon to give it some seasoning. I've got 2 cans of just regular crescent rolls here. We're going to put them out on the... Do you mind getting your feet off of... Always tastes better with a little foot fungus, right, Harry? Oh my God. All right, so we're going to roll out these crescents.
Can I do it?
Fry in the pan.
Can I do it?
Okay, and then for each crescent roll, we're just going to stuff it full of chicken, or roll it up and put it in the 9x13. Okay, we got our chicken rolled up here in our 9x13. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 1 can of cream of chicken to a bowl. And then I have over in my Instant Pot, I still have the chicken, what cooked off of the chicken whenever I cooked it in my Instant Pot. So I'm going to use 1 can of that. If you don't have that, you can use chicken broth or chicken stock or whatever. And then we're just going to add in some cheese next. I didn't shred anything. I meant to shred this earlier, but for time's sake, I'm just going to use what I got in the refrigerator, which is part Colby Jack and part mozzarella. And I believe the recipe says 1 cup, but y'all know how I feel about that. The more the better, in my opinion. So we go a little bit. I guess that's probably 1.5 cups maybe. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of this mozzarella. A little more. Now for some seasonings. Boy, they roasted this lady on TikTok. I'll put the TikTok where I got the idea for this down in my description box. But they roasted this poor lady for not seasoning her meal. So we're going to season this thing a little bit. Onion powder. I don't know how much. Just maybe a teaspoon. Garlic powder. And we're also going to do some black pepper. Okay, I'm just going to give that a good stir. Now, I've got my oven set to 350 degrees. I can't remember if that is the right temperature or not. And Stevie Kate has my phone right now. Jeff gave her my phone. He always gives the kids the phones. I'm like, dude, just give her something to do instead of a phone. They just give her phones. But anyways, I can't look at the temperature and I can't look at the time right now because I don't want to hear them screaming. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the bowl that we just mixed all the stuff up and we're going to pour it all on top of the chicken wrapped in the croissants. Good enough. All right, I'm throwing it in the oven. I'll put the temperature for sure. I'm pretty sure it's 350 and the time on the screen here for you guys. So, be back shortly. Okay, the timer has went off. Oh, sorry guys. She's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. How do you not know it? Here is my plate, ready to dig in. It looks really, really good. Smells really good. Burnt the broccoli in the air fryer. But y'all know that's how we prefer things anyway. And then I made some mashed potatoes as well because I got some pretty hefty eaters around here anymore. So. Tonight for dinner, we're going to try out the Mississippi meatballs. One of you guys had recommended we try out since we love meatballs and we also love Mississippi roast, so we're going to put the two together. I've got a bag of Great Value Homestyle meatballs here. This is the 2-pound bag. We're going to empty that into the crock pot. I've got 1 pack each of ranch salad dressing mix and au jus. We're just going to sprinkle both of these on top of our meatballs. Alright, and here I have about almost 2 cups of water with a big like teaspoonful of Better Than Bouillon, the beef. You can use beef broth here, but I'm using a little more liquid than normal just because these meatballs probably aren't going to produce any liquids, kind of like, you know, a roast would. So also it's like not mixed together very well, but it's okay because it's going to cook and it will mix together as it cooks. So we're just going to pour that all over the meatballs. And then lastly, I'm going to add in some pepperoncinis here. And then I know a lot of you guys always say, oh, I put butter on top of mine and, you know, finish it off with that. But we never have put butter on there, and I feel like it's good without it. And if I can omit that, we're just gonna do without it. It's fine without it. So those are all the pepperoncinis I have. That was what 5? I think the original recipe that I saw calls for like 5 to 6. So that's perfect. All right, I'm not even gonna stir this right now because the meatballs are still frozen. So I'm gonna let them kind of get cooking pretty good. Maybe give it an hour or so. I'm gonna come back and give it a stir, and then I'm probably gonna let this cook. I mean, the meatballs are already basically cooked. I just need to get them basically warmed up in the flavors all together. So I'm gonna say probably low for about 4 to 5 hours. just to kind of get the ingredients together and stuff. Okay, I'll see you guys back in just a little bit. Okay, it is a little while later. I just got back from getting all the kiddos home from school. Figured we'd come in here and give this a little toss around, see how it's doing. Y'all, it smells really good, which I didn't doubt that it would. I'm just gonna let it keep going for a little bit longer. Okay, here is my plate. We are fixing to dig in. What do you guys think about it? Is it pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, got some butter and with my corn. Go ahead and say something. I know y'all want to. The Buttertons. Do y'all remember that commercial? All right, I'm eating. Tonight for dinner, we are going to be having bang bang chicken, and this is a recipe that I saw on TikTok, so I'll leave it down below so you guys can reference it if you like. But she started off with, I think she did 2 chicken breasts, and she scored them before she seasoned them to make sure that the seasoning would all get down into the chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. She seasoned her chicken with garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and seasoned salt, but I don't have any onion powder, so I'm going to use the other 3, and I think we'll be okay. We're going to give them a little zhuzh. And then we're going to flip and do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and put these in my air fryer. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the bang bang sauce now. For the bang bang sauce, the recipe called for using equal parts of mayonnaise, sriracha, and chili hot sauce. I just did the best I could with what I could find at the store, and it ended up being really, really good. I did not measure this. I just kind of eyeballed it, so good luck. But it did end up being really, really good. So, all right, now that we got the bang bang sauce made, we're gonna put some of this on top of the chicken, and we're gonna reserve some because we're gonna put it on after as well. So, I'm just gonna pour some on each one. Just spread it on there a little bit. And now it's going to go in the air fryer. It's going to cook for, I think she said 18 minutes on 390. So we'll see how that looks. Okay, the timer just went off on this chicken. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know if it's done. I'm gonna stick a thermometer in it and see. These are kind of thick. She thick. Okay, here is the finished product. Looks scrumptious. I hope it's not too spicy. We're about to find out. But I think it turned out well. Drizzled some of that sauce on top, and chef's kiss. To start off this scrumptious one pot turned into 2-pot dinner, I've got 2 pounds of this turkey sausage. I absolutely love this. Anytime I use sausage, that's what I use. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter here in my heated pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add in a half an onion and the 2 pounds of turkey sausage cut into coins, discs, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to let that cook down a little bit, get those onions all simmered down, and we'll add in some garlic, add however much you like. This was inspired by a TikTok recipe, but you know, I changed my ingredients to my liking, so you can do that too. Next, I'm adding in 2 cups of better than bouillon, or you can do chicken broth, 1 can of diced tomatoes, and a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Now we're going to go ahead and make a mess. Y'all, if you could start with a bigger pan, that would be my recommendation here. We're going to add in a whole box of bow ties and just get all crazy. Anyways, I ended up switching this out for my bigger pot. So start with a bigger pot or a bigger pan. We are going to put the lid on that and let that cook for 15 minutes there on the stove. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and add on some cheese, because cheese makes everything better. Add on however much you want. I didn't measure. I just sprinkled. And then you can leave it on top, or you can mix it in. I mixed it in. And this was so good, you guys. And it was nice and filling. And somebody had commented on this girl's TikTok that this was fancy macaroni and cheese. And I would have to agree with that. Let me know if you tried this one. It was really good. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you found some inspiration to cook for your family. You honestly do not have to be a very good cook, as demonstrated in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're new. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.